Um, I don't know. I'm worried about Oban's takedown defense. I do like Oban. Hold on. Brev. The dogs just went fucking crazy. Hold on.
Dogs are going crazy. We have John Jones actually currently breaking into JP's house. That's not good. That is not good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode here on Locked Door MMA. We're your hosts. I'm Brevin. This is my good buddy JP. In today's episode, we will be breaking down and giving our analysis and predictions for every single fight for UFC 309 in New York, the city where dreams come true. Out in Madison Square Garden, we have the return of the GOAT, in my opinion, John Jones taking on Stipe Miocic for the heavyweight championship of the world. I couldn't be more excited. JP, how are you feeling?
Pretty good, man. I'm excited. Back in New York. Fucking what'd Connor say? We run New York City. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of
is back.
things. What's that?
The turd is back, so we'll get into it.
The little turd. The little turd. We will get into it. Before we dive into it, though, big news. We do have a giveaway this week, guys. We do have a giveaway. It's going to be super easy to enter this one. All you have to do is comment on this video right now who your GOAT is. Just comment who your GOAT is. It can be anyone. There's no correct answers. There's no wrong answers. Just put your GOAT in the comment section, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. That's it. That's all you have to do. We're going to leave the giveaway a mystery, but we will pick one lucky winner and reach out to you with the details of the giveaway. If you do win, easy to win, easy to enter. And we like it like that, right? Right? Just be easy to enter. Hey, it's going to be an exciting weekend all around. We got a lot of fun stuff planned. Let's go ahead, without further ado, dive into UFC 309. JP, take us through the first fight.
Easy to enter. Speaking of easy to enter, it's Veronica Hardy versus Eduarda Moura. Brevin, what's her nickname?
Ronda.
Ooh, Ronda.
Ronda. Oh man. Yeah, easy to enter. Veronica Hardy, like it's banging her coach, sleeping with her coach. Hey man, whatever. This is going to be an interesting matchup just due to the fact that neither one of these girls is very proven inside of the UFC. Veronica Hardy has her ups and downs. She's 4-4. You know, she'll win one, she'll lose one type of deal early on in her career. As of late, though, she is on a 3-fight winning streak. That is something to note. She took a little hiatus from the UFC. I think it was like 3 years, 2 years, something like that. Came back, has looked pretty good. Her opponent, on the other hand, Ronda Eduarda. How do you say that? Eduarda?
Yeah,
Eduarda
Eduarda.
Moura? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Edna
You know,
Mole.
she's going to look to wrestle in this one. She does shoot a lot of takedowns. She's from Brazil. She's going to look to grapple. She has some submissions in her bag. Unproven to this point. She's 1-1 in the UFC. She did lose to Diniz Gomes, who we just broke down, who we just saw fight. Good striker in her own right. Split decision. That's honestly a good loss. She beat Montserrat. That's a good win. You probably should get that win on your record if you're fighting Montserrat. Tough one, but I'm going to actually go with Ronda and Guerra Moura to get it done on Saturday.
Ooh.
Starting off with dog money.
Starting off with dog money. Yeah, Edna Mole. Comment down below if you get the reference. I'm not going to say what the reference is from, but hey, maybe if you comment
that one's got to be pretty easy, man.
I mean, do you know what it is?
Yeah.
Maybe it is easy. Maybe I'm being obnoxious like usual.
What are you trying to say? I don't know my stuff. If I know it, it's easy. Come on.
Yeah, dude. Veronica, she's got a little bit of jiu-jitsu. She's got more of a Muay Thai hop around stance. She maybe a little sideways karate esque style, kind of like Michael Venom Page. She hops on her legs. She's a little bit more square, but she likes to hop around like that. Eduarda, yeah, is dominant on the ground. She's looking to take you down, get top, ground and pound, maybe submit you, just beat you up. But her stand up's a little lackluster. It's not horrendous. I think Veronica's going to be a little bit faster. She's just going to be the smaller girl, and Veronica with Jamie Lynn Horth didn't struggle with her, but Jamie Lynn was able to keep her down, and Veronica was on the bottom a little bit too much. Even though you do have the jiu-jitsu, you might get her neck. Denise Gomes got Eduarda's neck pretty decent. She was close to the a gilly. Maybe Veronica can get that, but if she's off her back throwing submissions the whole time, I think Moura will take it. Yeah, I like Moura in this one. She's bigger. I think she's going to grapple her. And I like the line. Dog money plus 120. I'll take it.
Yeah, when you're getting the wrestler as the dog, it's going to be hard to shy away from it. If she can control her, it's going to be wraps. She reminds me a lot of Jillian Robertson, who was my lock last week. She's going to do the same thing, go in there, wrestle, hold you on the ground, not be the better striker. That's what Jillian does, and it's working for Jillian thus far. And Veronica Hardy, I believe she even lost to Jillian
Yeah,
Robertson as well
that's what I was going to
early in
say.
her career. I think this is a very similar fight for her. I don't think things are going to bode well. All right. Moving up the card, Oban Elliot, the Welsh gangster. We love that guy. Going up against Basil Hafez.
This one's tough for me. These next couple, there's a couple fights on here that were tough for me. I was really going back
Yeah.
and forth for a while. Oban, we picked Oban in his last fight. Dog money, and it came through Preston Parsons. Preston Parsons, a grappler, strong. Oban's takedown defense was miraculous in that fight. Phenomenal. His striking is better than it was. I'm not in love with the striking, but it's not. It's decent. Basil, he's strong. He's gonna be faster. I think he's got the power advantage. I don't mind his stand up. I like it a little bit more than Oban's. So I was like, on the feet, I think Basil's faster. We just have to make sure we're not overextending. He trains at elevation too. He's fighting out of Denver. I know on Tapology it says something else, but his last fight he was fighting out of Denver, so he's less likely to gas. Um, I don't know, man. I think Basil. I mean, taking JDM long, I like that a lot. Even though he lost, JDM's a tough out. Um, I don't know. I'm worried about Oban's takedown defense. I do like Oban. Hold on. The dogs just went fucking crazy. Hold on.
Dogs are going crazy. We have John Jones actually currently breaking into JP's house. That's not good. That is not good. But I will give my prediction until we get JP back.
One eternity later.
I just don't think Oban should be damn near 2.5, 3-1. I like Basil on the feet enough, and I think he can take him long. Oban's been knocked out before. Basil's got the power to do it. I'm gonna take Basil Hafez, man. Dog money plus 200. I like Oban. I just feel like Basil's gonna get him.
Yeah, I can't blame you with that one. On this fight, I also was very back and forth. I spent a lot of time watching Oban back, saying, okay, the takedown defense has been there for him. Basil, he's gonna look to shoot the double leg. That's what he was doing against Jack Della Maddalena. Granted, that fight was on 4 days' notice. So I don't really know if he knew that Jack was gonna be. Well, he didn't know until 4 days out that Jack was gonna take that fight. It was an interesting fight in the Apex, a lot of back and forth action, but Hafez had the grappling advantage on Maddalena. And you talked about Basil not gassing. In that fight, he did gas, and actually a few fights he's gassed. He's a very muscly guy. He will look for the double legs. He will look for the takedowns, but when he doesn't land them, that he's expended so much energy that all of a sudden his footwork on the feet, his striking gets very, very sloppy, And I think Oban's going to be able to defend the takedowns in this one, land his jab, land the cleaner strikes. Also throws a bunch of looping hooks. I don't love that. And especially because of the fact that Oban hasn't been stopped inside the UFC. Basil hasn't really stopped anyone that's worth anything inside the UFC. I think Elliot right now is innocent until proven guilty. Take him down, and then we can talk. Right now, nobody's been able to do that. I'm going to have to stick with the Welsh gangster, Oban Elliot.
It's not a bad call. I went back and forth with a lot of these fights, this being one of them. And I was like, I'm just gonna die on the sword, man. Just write it out, is what it is, type of thing. But yeah, not a bad call. I went dog. That's 2 dogs already. Might be a theme. Who knows? Next fight, interesting one. A guy who fought Basil Hafez, his last fight. Mcghee CM Punk boy Gall versus Ramiz Brahimaj.
Yeah, Mickey Gall, similar style to Veronica Hardy. Not style, but similar record of Veronica Hardy. He's 6-6 inside the UFC. He'll lose 2 in a row, win 1, lose another 3 in a row, win 2.
Total
It's
record
very
7-6.
yeah, I don't even know what. Yeah, this guy, he's an interesting case, to be honest with you. Doesn't impress me on the feet. Has decent jujitsu. He can submit people. That's his path to victory. He has 6 wins by submission. He's 1-4 with decisions. I don't think it bodes well for him if it goes long. His opponent, Brahimaj, kind of a similar story. Pretty good jujitsu, good wrestler, doesn't have a ton of power. 2-3 in the UFC. We don't know who either one of these guys are. That's truly the case of this fight. I like the level of competition that Brahimaj has been fighting as of late. Themba Gorimbo looked like an absolute killer in his last fight. Fought a younger Court Mcghee, who's always a tough opponent in 2022. I think that in this one, look for Brahimaj to have success wrestling. Look for him to have success on the feet. He has submissions in his bag if he needs. He's got good jujitsu. I think he stays safe against Mickey Gall, and I much rather have his striking versatility and power over Mickey Gall's. I'm taking Ramiz Brahimaj, another dog.
This one. I mean, if nothing else, this one's got to be the fucking poop bowl of the week, bro. This one's so fucking bad. I mean, honestly, welcome back to Who Fucking Cares. Come on down, Mickey Gall. I don't know, man. If you guys don't know what I mean by CM Punk, go look it up. He fought CM Punk when CM Punk had his 1 or 2 fights, I think, in the UFC. I don't know, man. Yeah, I agree. When you see one guy, so you go into look at one guy, go look at Mickey Gall, and you're like, this dude's got no knockouts, and he's only got losses in his career from knockouts. You guys know I hate that. So we're like, oh, might pick the other guy because we just don't like that. Go to the other guy, Brahimaj, same way. No knockout wins, only losses in his entire career. So it's like, fuck. Both these guys are doo-doo cheeks on the feet. I mean, you watch Mickey Gall against Basil. If you pressure him with a couple strikes, he'll kind of block him correctly, and then he'll just dip and turn his head back. I mean, you can't even hear me as well back here. What the fuck are you doing, bro? The dude just goes and hides. He'll accept falling on his back because he'll rely on his jits. But I don't know. I don't like Brahimaj. And we're talking about Basil gassing. Brahimaj will gas way worse than Basil Hafez. Brahimaj is a fucking unit. That's why. Dude's fucking stacked. Broad-ass shoulders. I don't know, man. I mean, toss a coin. I fucking flipped a coin in my head, and I guess it was the wrong coin as Brevin because I'm going the opposite way again. I can't see Mickey Gall going 7-7. If he does, I think he should just retire altogether, but I just can't see it. I'm gonna go Mickey.
Let's not forget, Brahimaj is the fighter from New York. He's from the Bronx, baby. He's going to have the crowd behind him. Look for him to have a little extra juice in this one.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about that, actually, but
last time JP flipped a coin, guys, I would just like to remind you, last time he flipped a coin, that was the fight that prevented him from having a perfect card. So anytime he talks about flipping a coin, go the other way.
You telling the people to fade me right now?
Anytime you flip a coin,
I didn't actually. I just kind of in my head. I was like, I'll go Mickey Gall. I don't know, bro. I hate it. I'm not gonna go 10 feet near it with my money. That's for goddamn sure.
that's fine. That is fine. All right, moving us up the card. Martian Tybura going up against Yonata, your mama, Diniz.
Johata, your mama, puedo nada. If you speak Spanish, you might call me an idiot for what I just said, but that's okay, because my dad did as well all the time. Don't be an idiot with this fight here. Welcome back. Okay, last fight it was come on down to who gives a fuck. Welcome back to the newest episode of Fade the 40s. Marcin Tybura, 39. A wrestler, gonna look to take you down. Heavyweight's gas out. He'll survive. He'll take him down. He'll beat him up. He's got some subs. Carl Williams just got let go by the UFC not too long ago. I'm not sure why. It's not like he's the boringest UFC heavyweight out there. But Diniz fought him. He was able to stay on his feet, able to defend the takedowns enough. Granted, Carl Williams didn't exactly wrestle like crazy in that fight, but I don't like Tybura on the feet. I think he's terrible on the feet. I think Diniz is elite on the feet. I think he'll have good enough takedown defense. The cage is big. Tybura, if he's going to waste all that energy trying to get to him, I think Diniz can do it. I got dog money on Diniz. I hate fat, slow heavyweights. Give me Jonata Diniz.
All right, brother. I had a feeling you were going with Diniz, and that is okay. I don't know. Maybe we should start back up the pick wars. It would be a good weekend for it. Martian Tybura, he's been in there with some big name heavyweights. He's fought Tom Aspinall. Granted, he's taken shots from Tom Aspinall, got knocked out by Tom Aspinall. But that to me is great experience. He's been on the ground with Spivak. He can submit guys. I like his skill set. He's been in there with everybody. Derek Lewis, the guy that Jonata was supposed to fight, that would have been a barn burner, one for the ages. We didn't get to see it, but that's okay. The difference between Tybura and Derek Lewis is Tybura will take you down. Tybura will hold you on the ground, and he's got good jiu-jitsu. That's what I worry about from Deniz's side. Yeah, the power is in his left hand, but the guy got taken down by Austin Lane. He lost round one to Austin Lane. He was controlled very easily by Austin Lane. That worries me. Granted, I didn't make the right call when I picked Carl Williams, but Carl Williams failed to shoot a single fucking takedown, and that's what he's really good at. It's almost like he forgot to wrestle. I don't think Marcin Tybura is going to do that. He's been in the UFC long enough. He has the experience to know how to fight a guy like Diniz because he's done it time and time again. I mean, he took down what's his face? Shui boy. Why am I
Tuivasa.
blanking on Tai Tuivasa? Thank you. Took him down, submitted him. I think this is a very similar matchup. Big power. Everyone's worried about the power. I get it. I got Tybura. I think he takes him down and finds the submission.
Interesting one there. Fade the 40s.
He's 39. Fade the fat boys that can't grapple.
Fade the fat boys. The heavyweight division is utter trash right now. So maybe call it a biased, I want some entertainment pick. Is what it is. I'll accept it. Again, live and die by the sword. Can't wait till fat boy's unconscious on the ground. Next one. Oh my God. Another one. Jim Miller, Damon Hairline Jackson.
Yeah, JP was being a real asshole for calling Mcghee, Gall and Ramiz Brahimaj the poop bull of the night because this one is the poop bull of the night. Both these guys need to retire ASAP. The nursing home is waiting for you. It's calling your name. We got your bed set up in your wheelchair outside the door, buddy. It's time. Jim Miller went out against fucking Bobby Green, King Green, whatever you want to say about Bobby. Didn't look the part. He didn't look like Jim Miller. Go watch Jim Miller highlights on YouTube. It's a fun time. But I promise you, that is not the fighter that we're going to see on Saturday. And that's not the fighter that we saw at UFC 300 either. He doesn't want to grapple. He doesn't want to wrestle. He doesn't want to take anybody down. He just wants to stand and trade. And that mindset gets you in trouble. I talked about that with what was her name? Cavalcanti or whatever her damn name was last weekend. She's not Cavalcanti.
Huh?
What was her name? The 40-year-old woman that lost to Gomez.
Oh,
Denise.
Carolina. Can't say her
Carolina.
last name.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Carolina. She doesn't want to wrestle anymore, even though she's known for her jiu-jitsu, known for her grappling. You get too old, it wears on the body. It's very tiring. I think this is a very similar story. Look for Jim Miller just to stand and want to trade. Look for Damon Jackson to still have enough energy, at least to get hair transplants and get a takedown in this one. I think he can get him down to the ground. I got Damon Jackson.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time. We have to pick every fight for the showcase. Again, not gonna touch this fight with a 10-foot pole with my money. Fade the 40s. Give me David Jackson.
Yeah, we'll see if that stands. We got a lot of old fighters on this card. Speaking of old fighters, this next one, Chris, the All-American Weidman, going up against Eric Anders, the former Alabama Crimson Tide football player. Interesting matchup here.
I went back and fight in this fourth for way too long. And then at the end of the day, when it came down to it, I went and washed my face, looked myself in the mirror, and said, JP, what the fuck are you doing? You know the answer. Don't even waste your time. I said, you know what? You're right, JP. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Fade the 40s. Give me Eric Anders. I could give a shit.
Yeah, I know you can give a shit. It's probably because Eric Anders beat JP Buys, and that really fucking threw you for a loop, buddy. You know, I looked back at Eric Anders' career. Every loss that he had, he was the worst wrestler. And I think that's going to be a very similar thing in this one. Give me the All-American, Chris Weidman.
You think he retires?
Chris, I think he retires, Eric Anders retires, Jim Miller retires, Damon Jackson retires, and Stipe retires.
I think
This is the retirement card, JP.
I really do. Yeah, I agree with you. Can we get an over underline on retirements on Saturday night? I'm taking over 2.5. Okay, we can move the line to 3. Taking over. All right, 100%. So how many is that? We picked 1 together, 2 together, counting Damon Jackson, right?
Yep.
Wow, out of 6 fights so far, 2 together. Pick Wars is back. It's another comment. Comment down below who you taking. Whose side are you on in Pick Wars? Moving up. Next one. This one will be an interesting one. I'm excited for it. Jonathan Martinez, Marcus Mcghee.
Yeah. Martinez is gonna look to kick your legs out from underneath you. He's got good kicks. He's got good defensive grappling, I would say. He's not the best guy as far as taking you down and finding submissions of his own, but he can defend himself. I like his gas tank in this one. I like his striking. Marcus Mcghee, he's powerful. He's got decent grappling. We haven't really seen a ton of it at this point in his career. He hasn't been outside the second round. That worries me. Jonathan Martinez has a really good gas tank. I look for this one to go into deep waters. I think Martinez can chop away at the legs of Marcus Mcghee and get it done. I got Jonathan Martinez.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. But I'm gonna buy into the hype for Marcus Mcghee. I've already bought in. I've been bought in. He can stand and strike with you from either stance. Switch stances a lot. He does well with the leg kicks. Jonathan Martinez does have a fast, good leg kick. Go ask who was it? Yanez. Go ask Yanez how they feel. Blew his leg up with it. I just think it's gonna be a point fighting type of fight. I don't think Martinez goes forward enough. I think they're both counter strikers, so they're both going to look to kind of wait. So it might be a little slow. I think Mcghee can win it. He just has to make sure he throws enough. I think that's going to be the telltale sign in this fight. I don't think either guy's really going to throw that much. Like, I might download these fucking underdog apps or something and bet on the lower for significant strikes because I don't think it's going to be action-packed for sure. But I'm going to take Mcghee, man. They're close lines. You took the dog plus 120, Mcghee minus 142. I'm buying into Mcghee.
I misspoke. Mcghee was the one that fought JP Buys, not Chris Weidman or whoever it was that we were just talking about. I can't even remember.
Eric
But
Anders.
yeah, man. Eric Anders, yeah, thank you. I don't blame you, dude. I just think like, yeah, if they do sit there, try to counter each other, try to point fight, I worry about McGee's gas tank. Never been outside of the second round. I mean, Jonathan Martinez ate everything that Saeed Nurmagomedov threw at him. Some fucking spinning kicks, spinning elbows, back fists. This dude's got a fucking chin. I can tell you that much. I don't think McGee knocks him out. So am I going to take McGee by decision? I like Martinez's gas tank. I think that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, not a bad pick. It's a close one. It should be a good one.
100%. That moves us up to Mauricio Ruffy going up against James Llontop.
We were just talking about being a good fight. This one's not going to be a good fight in terms of competitive. Mauricio Ruffy. Couple things. They are calling him the Brazilian Conor McGregor. If you do not know why, go look up footage of his fights and then go watch young Conor when he was coming up in the UFC. Look almost identical. I love the stand-up, the patience, the kicks, that little opening kick that he did in his most recent fight. He changes levels, drops low, touches the floor, and just sweeps his leg. Boom, right on the bottom of that calf. That shit fucking hurts, bro. I mean, that scissor kick thing that he did, I don't know what that's called, but that thing that he did for the takedown, disgusting. Flying knees. Granted, Jamie Malarkey's not a killer, but I like Ruffy, man. And the last thing that you need to know that I feel like should just solidify it for you, he is part of the fighting nerds. Give me Mauricio Ruffy. That fucking gym is on fire. Mauricio Ruffy all the way.
Yeah, I'm not going to spend much time. Mauricio Ruffy is going to be my pick. I think he's going to win. I'm not giving anything away too early, but this one, I mean, it's already signed, pen to paper. It's a done deal. Ruffy's going to get the win on Saturday. I mean, Lontop, he's become one of these tough guys that we talk about in almost every episode where you put on a good fight because you survive. That's not the type of fighter that you want to be going up against if you're a tough guy. I mean, Lontop, he did good against Borishov, ate some huge strikes, but survive with Ruffy and your face is going to need surgery, brother. That's what I'm telling you. You better watch out. Ruffy's going to come and rearrange every part of your body and absolutely pick you apart. Ruffy's getting it done.
And another thing we didn't mention is Llontop is taking this on short notice. Ruffy is supposed to fight somebody else, and he pulled out. So Ruffy's got a full camp. I mean, fighting nerds are going crazy, bro. Come on. No way you're picking Llontop. Moving up. Next one.
He was fighting Charlie Campbell.
Oh, was he really? That's who he was supposed to fight? Crazy thing was Protez Randy Brown was originally on this card. That would have been
a huge
good one, yeah. Next one on the card, Viviana Araujo versus Karine Silva.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this one short and sweet. Araujo hasn't really done much inside the UFC that's impressed me. Similar to some of these other fighters I've talked about, very split records, 6-5, win one, lose one, win one, lose one. Her last loss, Natalia Silva. Guess what? They're giving her another Silva in Karine Silva. This girl has absolutely amazing jiu-jitsu. Even off of her back, she can bring her legs down to her face, get it up over your shoulders, throw the go-go platas, the umaplatas, whatever she wants from that position. She's dangerous everywhere. She has a nasty guillotine. I think she's going to win. Not only on the feet, but on the ground. Look for her to get top position and find a submission of her own. Maybe take the back and get a sub on Araujo, who has never been subbed. And that would be interesting, but it might be a sneaky prop to look out for at UFC 309 because if Silva, I'm sorry, excuse me, anyone's the one that's going to get a sub on Araujo, it is Silva. Karini Silva, nasty jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, 100%, dude. Basically, all it comes down to is trust us when we say Carini Silva is better everywhere than Viviana Araujo, and it's that simple. Araujo loses to top level, top tier girls. I think Carini Silva is the next one at that top level, top tier. She's moving her way up. Give me Silva.
All right, moving up the card. Nickal going up against Paul Craig. Does Bo still not have a nickname? We
No, he
need a
does.
nickname. What is it?
Bo Nickel back shots. Oh man, that's all right. That's quite literally what he's gonna give to Paul Craig. All right, some Bo Nickel back shots. Paul Craig and Gerald Meerschaert need to fight. That needs to happen. Because of the same style. Okay, Paul Craig stand up his cheeks. His jiu-jitsu's phenomenal. But he is going up against a guy in Bo Nickel who has elite, and when I say elite, I mean crazy elite wrestling. People are like, Cody Brundage just stopped him. Cody Brundage stopped him. Shut your mouth. Why don't you go wake Cody Brundage up? Because he's unconscious every 2 seconds, okay? Yeah, he stuffed 1 or 2 of his takedowns and then got the shit kicked out of him the rest of the fight. The hell are we talking about? Paul Craig is going to get ran over with the back shots. Give me Bo Nickel.
Yeah. And like the other thing that people don't realize is Bo's looking for experience. All of his wins inside the UFC were first round finishes. First round finishes. Like the guy needs some octagon time just for that experience, right? I promise you, he was just kind of feeling out the waters with Cody Brundage. If he wanted Cody Brundage out of there right away, he could have got him out of there right away. That's the thing that you don't talk about with Bo Nickel is he has the ability to do whatever he wants inside of the cage. I think that's a very similar story, and the money line agrees with me. On Saturday, Bo Nickel's getting it done. I mean, I'd be careful. Paul Craig's no slouch on the ground, guys. He does have really good jiu-jitsu, and I worry about the wrestler coming in maybe a little too quick. You leave some openings, potentially. Maybe a sprinkle on the sub, just because Paul Craig's already going to be a plus 700 underdog. So not bad if you want to throw a buck 50, $2 on Paul Craig by sub in round 3, round 2. It would pay huge just to hedge a little bit because
It
that's the
would.
only way. That's the only way he gets it done.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he ain't beating him to a decision or nothing. Minus 1,200 right now. That is straight up criminal, man. This next
You think?
one.
I'm sorry. Let's
Ah,
stay on this 1 second just because of the money line. Do you think Bo finds a sub?
no. I think he might club and sub him. I think he knocks him out. Whether it's TKO or out cold on the fence. I see Paul bouncing on the fence and Bo just sitting back. Maybe blasting a double when Paul's fucking rocked. Drop him on the ground. TKO. Take his back, flatten him out. I don't think he needs to sub him. I don't want to say it like that, but obviously Paul is going to try and trap him with something. But I know you say you're worried. Even if this is a straight up grappling match, I'd still put my money on Bo Nickel.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's
No,
not come
100%.
out here and say that I was worried. No, I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying I was never worried. All I'm saying is the only path to victory for Paul Craig is to find a sneaky submission. That's
It
the
is, yeah.
only thing that he can do.
But even like a Gilly, he can have him in a deep fucking Gilly. I still think Bo will find a way to get out of it. I mean, if Darren Elkins can get out of people's guillotines, come on, man. But this next one, I'm so excited for this next one. This next one, oh, fireworks, bro. There's no way it's not. Charles DuBronx Oliveira, Charlie O versus Michael Chandler.
Iron Mike. Yeah, this is going to be a barn burner for sure. I'm excited for this one. These guys have fought before. If you guys don't know, now you know. Charles Oliveira, Michael Chandler. It was a great fight the first time around. Very back and forth. Ultimately, Charles Oliveira got it done in the first one. He's got power in his hands. Obviously, he's known for the jiu-jitsu, the submissions. He's got that as well. Michael Chandler's the wrestler, the explosive striker. He'll throw big looping strikes, catch you with something, knock you on your ass, but has a hard time getting the fight finished. I would have personally liked to have seen Connor and Michael, just like I'm sure the rest of the world would have. But, we'll take this one. Charles Oliveira has done it once to Michael Chandler, has felt the power, knows what he needs to do. I think he can get it done again. Michael Chandler, 38 years old, close enough to 40 for me. Give me two Bronx, Charles Oliveira.
Yeah, so in their other fight, yeah, Michael dropped him, hurt Charles. How many times have we seen Charles dropped and hurt? Falls to his back, because it's like, okay, follow me down here. And then he works, and then he recovers, and then when you gas and you get tired, and then he clips Mike. Michael got dropped by Tony Ferguson. Michael gets touched by everybody he fights. Charles already knocked Michael out. Was I worried about Charles on the ground before not knowing that information? No, not in the slightest bit. Charles Oliveira is fucking disgusting. We had money on him to beat Arman at UFC 300. I still think he did it. It screwed us. He won. He won that fight. It screwed us. I will never bet against Charles Oliveira ever again. He's disgusting. I love Charles Oliveira. Give me Charlie O.
Yep. No doubt about it. That moves us to the moment you've all been waiting for. The return of the GOAT. No, just kidding. John Jones. John Jones is my GOAT. Going up against Stipe Miocic.
I get to go first with this one?
Yes, sir, you do.
Oh,
I timed it up perfect.
Boy.
Calculated.
I get to go first. Where to begin? Yeah, we want to sit here, talk about the GOAT. I got to watch what I say, okay? I told Brevin I wouldn't get us canceled by saying the shit that I was going to say. Stipe. Been out for what, like 3 years? Is that accurate?
Yeah, I think it was 2.
2.5, 3, something like that.
Yeah.
3. Yeah, Stipe has a
3
heavyweight. Now. Yeah, 3 years. He's a firefighter though. Great boxing, good wrestling. He's big. He's strong. I mean, lost to Ngannou, lost to Cormier, but he beat Cormier twice. Gouged the shit out of Cormier's eye one fight. Wonder who that sounds like. Yeah, this is the fucking, I don't know if we said it. This is a card of the eye pokes, man. Chris Weidman. Johnny Bones. Stipe. I mean, the front row better watch out. They might hop the cage when they win. Just start snatching eyeballs, dude. But yeah, Stipe's got great boxing. He's tough. He can take a shot. Yes, I know Francis knocked him out. Francis knocks everybody the fuck out, okay? John Jones. Everybody wants to say John Jones is the GOAT. John Jones has been caught cheating 4 times. 4 times. One picogram and assault. Shut the fuck up. You've been caught 4 times. John Jones, go headbutt some more cars, okay? Go do some more drugs. I fucking hate John Jones. Cannot stand John Jones. How are you the GOAT when you cheated 4 times? 4 times, bro. We want to complain and talk about all these people getting suspended for drugs, for popping. Khalil gets suspended for pop. John Jones has been caught 4 fucking times. Go ask DC. Oh my lord. John Jones never lost. 12-6 technically should never lost that because it's legal now. And we'll see if he uses a couple of them. That's one of the only things I'm excited for from him is to see the 12-6. He lost to Dominic Reyes. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Go watch that fight back. He lost to Dominic Reyes. And everybody fucking knows it. You're taking Anthony Smith to a decision? Look how trash he's been. He's hurt. He's doing drugs. He's a bum. He's trash. He's not trash. He's the most talented guy we've seen. But he's a bum, and he cheats. Not just at fighting. Oh, whoa. Hey. Can't comment or speculate. All right. Allegedly. Yeah. He's partying. He's doing this. He's doing that. I mean, he's fighting everybody. Okay? And I'm just going to leave it at that. Stipe is ready for him. He was in camp. John got hurt. On top of everything else he does. Give me Stipe. I could give a shit. Yeah, it's biased. Don't care. Ligma. I'm taking Stipe.
It's fair enough, man. I kind of figured you'd go that route just because of your hatred for John Jones. It's a pleasure and an honor that every single week I get to sit across from the one and only Daniel Cormier. I really appreciate you, brother. I really do. I mean, the hate for John Jones runs deep from you, but that's okay. And you know why I'm the one of the best YouTubers out here as far as my predictions go. It's because I don't let bias win. I don't let bias win. I just look at the skill set of the fighters, and on Saturday night, throw everything that's taken place outside of the octagon out because they're inside of the octagon. John Jones has never lost. Not only has he never lost, he has been and will always be one of the most dominant fighters that the UFC has ever seen. So you want to talk about cheating and scandals and all that. Take a look at Tom Brady, who's the GOAT to most of you bums out there.
Not me.
Deflategate, filming practices. Get out of here. Bunch of cheaters. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. John Jones, sure, has his list of problems. But I don't care what you say. The dude's out partying, doing cocaine, comes into the octagon 3 days off of partying out on a boat and beats the shit out of one of the best heavyweights in the world, or light heavyweights in the world, excuse me, then comes back. Listen, all I'm saying is John Jones, he's been rejuvenated. Yeah, he's fighting through an injury, but he seems like a new man. He's got this new energy, this new aura about him. He's talking about himself in a way that I have never heard him talk about himself in. He's very calm. He's collected. It's like the new Hamza. You can't hate it at all. John Jones is back. He's back to defend his title. I got John Jones, of course. If you didn't figure it out by now, now you have it. John Jones is my pick. Listen, AP's always about fade the 40s, fade the 40s. Stipe is 42 years old.
Hey,
What are we
you
talking
picked
about?
Chris Weidman earlier.
What are we talking about? Listen, John Jones is unproven at heavyweight. Stipe has opportunities to win this fight. I'll give him that. This line shouldn't be as far apart as it is currently. But John Jones has found a way in every single fight to get it done, and I think he does again once more to defend the title, and then he'll leave that title out, relinquish the title, go back down to light heavyweight, fight Alex Pereira. I think that's the plan the UFC has.
Don't even get me started on that. And you're ducking, too. He hasn't done anything. What the fuck are you talking about? He's the interim champ of the weight class that you're in. And we want to talk about Stipe being 40. Yeah, he's 40 and haven't fought in 3 years. You'd rather fight him than the interim champ of the division that you're in? Shut the hell up. Come on,
One thing I think we need to take note of is JP's probably still salty that Chandler Jones, John Jones's brother, never performed for the Raiders like he did for the Patriots, and now he's still taking it out on John every single chance he gets. All right, it's unfair and it's biased, and I don't like it. JP, let me ask you a question. What happens if he goes down to light heavyweight, beats the brakes off of Alex Pereira, and then comes back up to heavyweight to beat the shit out of Tom Aspinall? Then what? Is he your GOAT?
A couple things. One, Chandler Jones needs some help. Okay. Two, it won't happen. I guarantee you it won't happen. John won't let it happen. Well, actually, it might happen. You want to know why? Dana said it best. Cocaine ain't cheap. Go out on a boat, party, and do cocaine, and then go beat the dude's ass. It's crazy what steroids does for you, isn't it? Holy shit. Man's throwing around a juiced up Vitor Belfort. No wonder he won. You're more juiced than Vitor. Chael Sonnen, an admitted cheater. So, I know your secret because I got the same one. Come on. New York City, where dreams are made of. Come on, Stipe. Give me the dream. Also, Did we mention the glove change?
We have not. Breaking news right now. Rumor has it Dana White is informing the fighters as we speak. Well, not as we speak. As we make this video, when the video gets released, I'm sure there will be news articles all over the nation. We are going back to the old gloves for UFC 309 in New York. Now, there's going to be a lot of conspiracy theories out there, a lot of speculation, if you will, that Dana is
What?
pulling this move to assist his favorite fighter of all time, John Jones. I don't know.
What?
We got a bunch of eye pokers, and the eye pokes might be back, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your eyes closed for this fight because you might get hit as well.
What? John Jones and a scandal? John Jones cheating? I've never seen anything like this before. All you John Jones lovers, why don't you guys go get oiled up with Dana in the back? Okay? Ah, new gloves. I'm excited. I mean, last weekend was the only card to really put the doubt in the gloves being worse than the other ones. But
Yeah, I
I've
mean,
been asking for 'em, so.
statistically, they've been bad. The new gloves have been bad. If they make the switch, if they stay with the switch, right, I'm cool with it. If it's like a one-time thing, that would be very weird, and then I'd start being like, hey, what was going on there? They just got to stick with it, and I would love to see that. We need more action. We need more knockouts, less decisions, because these judges have been so atrocious. Are we not going to talk about let's take the fight out of the judges' hands because they're terrible? They are absolutely terrible. All right, that does it for the card, but that doesn't do it for the show. Don't go anywhere. This is our favorite part of what we do every single week, the show parlays. Let's start off with Lock Door MMA's Lock of the Night. JP, I'll let you start us off.
So, this one we got a couple. You know, obviously there's two obvious ones. We're not going to give you a Bo Nickal minus 1,200. He's everybody's lock. Everybody should know that. We're not going to come out here and say he's a lock. I wanted to go Ruffy. Again, minus 650. It's tough. Can't really make money on it as just a lock. Straight up. But fear not. There is somebody that I am crazy confident in. You guys might think I hate on women's MMA. I don't. Because some of them are actually high level and good. Just like Karini Silva. Natalia Silva just beat this other girl. Karini Silva is up next. Araujo's getting smacked. Give me Karini Silva, brother.
Yeah, I love that. She is so skilled. I think she gets it done as well. All right, for my lock of the night, we're in New York. There was no way that I can't put respect, and not only respect, but my money on this guy. Give me two wrongs. Charles Oliveira. He's going to get it done over Chandler. Chandler's going to be waiting for that McGregor fight. He ain't getting it done over Oliveira. I love this lock that we have drawn up. The two best submission artists outside of Paul Craig, but he's debatable. Karini Silva, Charles Oliveira, the best submission artist on this card.
Hey. Just as a little side bet. Okay, bet the lock. Money lines. Maybe parlay both of them to win by sub. Hey. Something to look at.
Yep.
Something to eyeball. Okay? Keep the eyelids close to down. You might get poked, but something to eyeball.
Something to eyeball. All right, let's move on to Brevin's basic parlay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited for this card on Saturday, but I'm going to do a little something extra special for you this weekend. Normally, we have a 3-pick parlay. UFC 309, we're bumping it to fucking 4. Giving you 4 picks. They're going to hit, and guess what? It's going to bring you to even money. Thank me when it pays your bills later. First fight on the basic, you guys know. I go with my lock all the time. I'm trusting the boy, Charles Oliveira. He's getting it done. JP talked about it. Fighting nerds. A really good prospect, Mauricio Ruffy. He's getting it done. JP talked about, hey, we can't really give you Bo Nickel. The line ain't good. In a 4-pick parlay, it's decent. Give me Bo Nickel. I want him to bring you guys the money because you have to enjoy the skill set of this man, okay? And then, last but not least, the GOAT. Give me John Jones. That's my 4-pick basic. It's going to bring us to basically even money. It may actually swing to the other side by Saturday. I think the Bo Nickel line comes down when people are like, oh, maybe he gets submitted. And then the John Jones Stipe needs to balance out a little bit. I think they all get it done, though. Let's go.
I mean, hopefully the nickel line goes down. I don't know how much more it could go up. I guess what was the biggest we've seen? Minus 1,800.
Yeah, but he was fighting nobodies. Val Woodburn.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, Paul Craig's a problem when he decides to be, you know.
That's a good point. Yeah, Scottish problem, Irish. I think he's Scottish actually, but not bad. 4 picks. That's surprising. I didn't know that was gonna happen. Yeah, it's time. Okay, last couple weeks, Juicer's hit. Juicer's been off by 1 leg. Every time, we're right there. We're right there, man. We're juicing those melons. We're going. We're close. And then we don't get there. So what we're doing this week, we're going to New York, Brevin, and we've said it several times. This is where dreams are fucking made, in New York. I'm throwing my dream juicer out there, and we're fucking hitting it in New York, baby. Let's start it off. 3 dogs. Boom, boom, boom. That's right. We're starting the juicer with 3 dogs. Early prelims. Eduardo Moura, first fight of the night. We're going to be on the edge of our seat on the first fight of the night. Give me Moura. Throw her in there. Next fight, Basil Hafez. I think he's better. It'll be close. The Welsh gangster will put up a tough fight. I'm taking Hafez. Put Hafez in there. Next one, Honata, Jonata, D's nuts, Diniz. He's knocking out Tybura. Tybura's 40. Fade him. Get him out of here. Next one, Marcus Mcghee. Close fight. I think Marcus takes it on the scorecards, though. It should be a good one. Next 2 should be obvious. Like Brevin said, the line's trash. I said the line's trash. But 4-pick, 6-pick parlays, where are you going to get the best odds for him? Throw Ruffy in there. Throw Bo Nickel in there. Give me the back shots. Pause. Not like that. He's giving Paul Craig the back shots, and I'm going to reap the rewards from it. Okay. Give me Bo Nickel. Throw him in there. That is a 6-leg parlay right now. The juicer comes out to plus 2,900 straight degenerate. But we're in New York, baby. Go big or go home. Okay? And I ain't going home. I came all this way. I ain't going home. We're hitting it.
Came all this way from the comfort of your own home. You haven't traveled 1 mile. But he's right. He's right. New York is where dreams are made, and that juicer would pay a lot of bills. And actually, it's a great hedge. Thank you, JP, for putting that together, because it's a great hedge for my picks.
Hey!
It really is. If I'm wrong, at least I would reap the rewards of the juicer. That makes me feel great.
Your mama.
Your mama Diniz. All right. That's it. Make sure you take the screenshots of the parlays, guys. We've been making money every single weekend. You don't want to miss out. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Leave the comment in the comment section on who your GOAT is to enter the giveaway. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to us, and then you're good. We'll pick at random and then reach out to you with the details of the giveaway. The giveaway is a mystery. It's going to be fun. I'm ecstatic. I hope you guys are too. I know JP's fired up. Let's go. Let's land another huge card.
Oh, so excited, man. Should be a good one. We've been waiting for this one. And then after this one, what is it? 2 more? 1 more? Couple more? Something like that?
Yeah, let me take a look at the schedule here. Computer's being slow, guys. All right, we've got UFC 310 December 7th. And then we have... Well, that's as far out as we have as right now, as far as the release dates go. I'm guessing there's going to be one more late December. Normally, that's what they do. They throw together a big card. The UFC 310 card Bilal Muhammad pulled out of the main event. They're looking for a replacement fight there. We'll see who we get. We don't know. I mean, people have talked about Alex Pereira taking on what's his face?
Ankalaev.
The guy Ankalaev, thank you.
I know
But
UFC Tampa, I think, is going to be the end of the final card of the year. I think that's the Ian Gary Buckley card.
yeah. Yep.
I don't know, man. Should be a good one. Holidays are coming. And we're going to hit this fucking juicer for holiday money, okay? I'm going to double my mortgage payment with this juicer. And we're going to watch John Jones lose for the first time. Could not be happier, ladies and gentlemen. Brevin, anything else for the people before we let them out of here?
No, sir. I think we've covered it all. We covered a lot of topics. Make sure you cover your eyes on Saturday. The fingers will be out of those gloves.
The fingers will be out. And it's easy entry. And Bo Nickel's going wild.
JP's getting back shots.
We can't put this on the internet forever, man. Ladies and gentlemen, like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate y'all. Let's beat this algorithm's ass. Another weekend, another fight. As always, it was a pleasure. Bingo, bango, baby. Peace.